I'm excited to share with you a conversation that I just had with Heather Fortner. Heather is the CEO of the wealth management firm SignatureFD, and she is an amazing leader. Heather is one of the most real, transparent leaders that I've come across in a long time, and a conversation with her is amazing. You gotta listen to her story. Heather is the CEO of SignatureFD, which is a wealth management company. They talk about, and I love this, the intersection of wealth and worth, and have this term they use called net worthwhile, which is how do you not only think about wealth, but how do you think about a worthy life, right? The worth of your life. So you should definitely go and check them out. But the reason I suggested to our team, like, oh, Heather would be awesome to record. And you and I haven't known that each other that long. We met a few months ago and just have had a few conversations, but I have found you to be not only very, very bright, vision for your company, all the things you look for in a CEO, but you're also very real. And you don't put on the airs of like, I got to try to be the CEO. You are a transparent, genuine leader. And which is why I think you will be and are just so inspirational for so many people. And so if you don't mind, will you just tell us your story?
Thank you for saying all those kind of things. I've done a lot of reflection over the past 84 months. And if you would have taken me, 20 years ago or 25 years ago, and you would have said, hey, Heather, you're going to be at 46 years old. You're going to be turning 46 years old. You're going to be the CEO of a wealth management firm. And you're going to be 6 weeks away from having another baby. I would have literally probably laughed you out of the room. I was a pre-med major the majority of my life. My mom was an OR nurse. I did internships in the OR. Like, I was pre-med all the way. Got into college and ran into a not so great friend called organic chemistry that literally was like an alien language to me. I could not master organic chemistry to save my life. And on the other side, I have my dad who was in finance his whole life. And he's like, hey, listen, when you graduate, you're off the payroll, right? So you need to be sure that you're going to be able to pay your bills. So I was running kind of a dual pre-med business major and just realized, I need to pivot quickly here. So I got an undergrad in finance, which came, fairly easily. Numbers come easily. I like the order of numbers. I like that they tick and tie and that you can balance everything at the end. And so I had a investment professor that was like, hey, why don't you just go do an internship at a wealth management firm? Why don't you just see what it's about? Because you can go several different ways in finance. And that internship really solidified for me, oh, I really like this. Like, I like people coming in with a big old mess and helping them organize it, figure out what's important to them, and get a plan and get some order. I did financial planning for about 2 years. I had recognized at that point in my life, and I tell people this all the time, especially younger people in college that are like, I have no idea what I want to do. Well, that's kind of the best thing, right? Like, figure out all the things you don't want to do, because there's a lot of things that you could do and a lot of things that you find interesting, but you sure don't want to get saddled with something that you hate to do. And what I recognized was there were things that when I was just bored or I wasn't intellectually challenged, like, I just wasn't my best self. And so the opportunity to go and start a trust company and start a new firm and get it from the ground up and look at the technology and figure that out, that was just all super fun and fast paced, and did that for about 2 years and then realized that I just really missed the human side. And when you're a pre-med major, right, you have this dream, like, you're going to help people. That's what you want to do. And so I started we were F&D advisors at the time. I was, almost 20 years ago. And I started just as a client service associate. I mean, I literally got in on ground floor. We were about 250 million under management, had 6 or 7 of us, and it was again, just that super fast paced, super entrepreneurial firm. And I found that to be very exciting. There was a ton to learn. I'll have been here 19 years in February. I've gone from client care associate to chief compliance officer to director of operations to chief operating officer, president, and now CEO. And that transition and that evolvement over time, I mean, is literally something that I could have never have foreseen. I think it comes back to that belief, the culture and the belief of the organization that we are a place where people literally are able to find the things that are worthwhile to them, that matter the most to them, and then simply aligning their resources, whatever they may be, your time, your talent, your treasures, all of those things to accomplishing those things that you find worthy and living a life of worth. And when you're in a place that speaks to your own personal core values and is aligned to your core values, it's easy to stay and it's easy to thrive and it's easy to be able to, quite frankly, help others along the way.